The society is teaching men to understand women. That's the priority right now in terms of communicating.
You want to know why?
But
You want to know why?
I don't care why.
You want to know why?
You be so tough around women, but when a man approach you, you start backtracking. You start making.
Say, man, I ain't even say that.
Yeah,
cuz.
Now you want to be cool and try to clarify. To be a king nowadays is a tyrant in America.
A king is a king and a tyrant is a tyrant. They really just hold two different definitions.
But they have the same power.
No, they don't. Welcome back to Eight at the Table. We're so excited that you have joined us. As you know, it's the holiday season. So before we get into the meats of the matter, why are you making that face?
I'm like,
we are going to play the white elephant game. I imagine that most of y'all probably know what that is. That you play with your family or coworkers or whatever. So we all have brought gifts up here. Rome actually has never played this.
Never heard of it.
You played it before, right?
Every year.
Well, I don't play it every year, but we've all played it before. So, shout out to Rome, new
I should
experience.
go first then. They're all tied together though. Why are they supposed to be?
because they got sticky things on them.
Like it was something in there. Why you close your eyes? Ain't but two in there.
There's only like a handful of permutations it could be.
Don't hit your glass with your eyes closed.
Yeah, just doing the most.
Jesus Christ.
Rico, you actually should have swirled it around.
Yeah. All right, so now we all looking. I'm number 4.
Amanda.
Ooh, I'm number 3.
I'm number 2.
I got the same thing the last time.
All right, so just to explain the game for you and those who don't know, we're going to pick a gift in sequential order, starting with Erin. Obviously, she got number 1. You'll be second, third, and
My
fourth.
business.
I
Right?
think that we should have looked at the Google rules because I feel like these should be numbered.
Google
You know
don't
what?
even know how to play Uno.
Christ.
They're
No,
not.
he plays this every year.
Okay.
So what's gonna happen is after Erin picks,
Okay.
whoever goes after her, which will be you, you
Okay.
have 2 options. You can either steal her gift, or you can pick from the table. Right? It just depends if you like her gift enough to take the gamble or not.
And don't pick your own gift.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't pick your own gift. Exactly. And Amanda, you would have the option to steal any of their gifts or the
Sorry,
table.
Can we go back 5 seconds? What do you mean he can't pick his own gift?
If he,
Meaning the gift that he
You can't pick your
brought.
own gift.
His own gift. Okay, got it. Got it. Forward, continue.
You good?
No. I am fine.
All
Go
right.
ahead.
So we're ready.
Amanda is number 1.
Won't they know if we go in the next? I'll be number 2 anywhere though.
you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't.
that rule.
You cannot. You cannot look inside the gifts.
Well, first I was just trying to see what's going on with this because there's 7 bags.
Yeah, there's a couple. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whose is that one?
That's
Right.
mine. And I like the audience to know that I did my thing with this little gift bag because I put shit in fucking UPS tape. In the
Wait,
bag.
so it's wrapped in there too?
No, but I'm saying me, I usually
You
put
be
something-
selling keys at.
Y'all, I'm not mad at it because I may do the same thing. But Rome then gave me a birthday cake bag. Not Christmas.
Yeah. I was gonna say, whose birthday is it?
It's a celebration bag.
Hey, a little zap. I got to show my gift off first.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little zaps.
I have that in New Orleans.
Wait.
Yeah, they from New Orleans.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can look at it.
You gotta talk in the.
You can
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I have to show you how good it is, and they be enticed to take my shit.
Oh, that's why you want to go last.
Thank you.
A lottery ticket?
See, I thought about that too. That's a good one.
I've literally never purchased a lottery ticket in my life. I've only
That's a good
gotten
one.
them for gifts. Is this New Jersey lottery? This shit probably
It's a scratch
I ain't
lot.
gonna never win. All right. Oh, these are cool. If you like
The Reese's.
you probably like this though.
No, I don't. I actually like regular Reese's.
Dad jokes. Oh, I bet.
Probably really fucking.
Yeah, I was gonna say
funny.
this probably is funny.
You read this
It's
book.
good for a
don't it?
comedian.
No, I
Don't it?
know I was don't know.
What starts with the?
T and ends with a T.
That's not a good
What?
joke.
It's a dad joke.
I don't know, but this probably a cool. This is a cool book.
It's a dad joke.
Because we always eating candy here, so I figured somebody was gonna.
Every day we always, every time we tape, we have gummies. So
Not today.
This is what?
all right. The
Okay, you
Bluetooth.
went over budget.
Oh, I did too. It
Yeah.
No,
Oh, you
I
did?
didn't.
Oh.
You go to.
was like $20, wasn't it?
25.
25. Yeah, I'm over
That's
budget.
not over budget. That was on sale.
See, and he scraped the thing off too, so we don't know how much this costs.
I could tell you if you want to know.
No.
Oh.
It's okay.
Anyway,
Keep it secret.
not bad, guys.
That actually might be what I'm. That might be what I go get. Thanks. Thanks, Aaron.
It's actually not a bad gift. I mean, and he said, paper. Just.
How you supposed
No,
to do
I
that?
mean,
That's
but he hit everything very well.
No, it was good. I'm really just making jokes.
Okay.
Good job.
All right.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay, number
That's all I want to
two.
hear. now I have to put my number down and take it.
Just take whatever
Show it
one
to the
you want.
camera.
Well, I'm the second person. Two. Well,
It's his gift.
No, you can still steal it though. You can
still
still
steal
you can
it.
steal your gift. Yeah.
One year I did have cash.
Yo.
I stole my
Give me that back.
I want this.
I actually saw on TikTok somebody put toilet paper with cash inside it.
Yeah.
Can I open it?
Yeah. I swear to God, if it's paper towels,
It's beautifully wrapped.
it definitely is. Did you pay for it?
No, I didn't. You don't act like I'm not, like I don't do domestic stuff.
Rapping is
you
a
do.
skill.
Yeah, that's why I take it.
It takes so long though.
Ooh,
When I was a kid, my mom used to make me rap
All the
stuff.
boxes that you handle in work and you're struggling.
right.
Well, no, because
He doesn't do unwrapping at work.
Yeah, don't worry about that FedEx tag right there. It's
He's regifting you.
that's fine.
just the box.
Just about.
Can we see?
The only thing in here is lifesavers. Y'all don't want this.
You have to show everybody.
But we
And
have
there,
to
and there's
see.
and what's the note?
There's lifesavers.
There's a Christmas tree that's that drawing.
Oh, the crack. This cocaine.
Yeah.
Cocaine. Okay, cell block C.
Cell blocks.
They don't sell them here, so that's why I put them in there.
See? I knew you was. Oh! This is not for trade. This is everything. Don't look. Don't even smile.
You have to show us.
I was about to say we need to know.
What is it?
This is
Actually, I want you to smell it because I knew it was men and
Let
women.
me smell it.
I did something that will work for
soup,
both.
so-
This is the best part about being last. You get to
I
pick
know.
what you want.
Oh, that's why I wanted to be last.
I know.
I can open this like this.
Mhm.
This looks syrup.
Well, they're the same scent,
Oh.
2 different companies, but the same scent.
Keep this over
I
there.
actually know exactly what that is.
And
It's
What?
the so I don't know. Well, see,
Oh, good.
Trader Joe's here doesn't sell.
Yo, you about to have the biggest downgrade?
Wait. Check my card out. Let them see. No, don't take it off. You gotta like turn it around so everybody could.
oh, okay. You can take it out. Tree,
Presentation,
Very
Hey.
nice.
And what does it say inside?
attitude.
It says, "Congrats on winning this amazing box. These are all the things These are all the things I really enjoy, so I hope you do too. Happy holidays. Please don't give this to Rico."
Oh my gosh.
So you wouldn't want to go. You wouldn't want to
Wait, but so that's sparkling wine. So for some reason in New York, the Trader Joe. I think it's the Trader Joe's. Yeah, it is.
Trader Joe's.
No, the Trader Joe's actually, like all the stores.
Okay, I'm next.
He didn't even show y'all everything. I saw one thing you didn't even show.
Open it back up then. I'm gonna come over there.
And I love them.
Flaming hot.
I would let you have these.
No.
Oh, a poppity corn too.
Oh yeah.
There's a poppity corn.
My husband told me to put that in there.
Poppity corn.
Popcorn. Poppity.
Poppity.
Because
Let me see.
My husband told me to put that in there too.
y'all got candy at home.
All right, go ahead and pick.
And that ginger ale.
Y'all got. I did the ginger ale, the ale. This one right here gets you a lawsuit because they paying us.
The
for
class
drinking
action.
this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's a class.
If you ever drank ginger ale, they're giving out $4,000. You just have to go to CanadaDry.com.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah,
They don't have ginger in it.
They don't have a
There's no ginger in it.
It's just ale. All right, you up.
Okay. I will allow Rome 5 more minutes. I will allow Rome 5 more minutes of his box. I won't be the one to steal that from him. I'm gonna go for
Of course, it'd be a
a
guy.
gift that is not mine.
Watch this. Actually, going the last is like the best because you get to see what everybody has.
Okay, so we have some wines.
Ooh, it's got a little sleeve on it.
Okay,
actually-
we have
no,
some
it's a little-
dessert. White wine.
pretty.
Oh, yeah, this is actually very.
You love that shit too.
I know,
Should
I
have
love
you.
that shit.
This is gonna have you lit. One glass.
Okay.
Yeah, and with sugar.
Yeah. Definitely will.
Toed up. Okay, matching
flavor?
dessert rosé wine.
Yeah. So one was a white and one's a red.
I already gave you my glasses. What'd you say?
The other one's a white and that one's a red. So you have options.
Like
This
it's
is
sweet,
rosé.
sweet.
No.
It says rosé.
But I
not
also
red.
have a sweet tooth.
Um,
There's one more thing in there.
I
That's from
see.
the family.
The
I was gonna sign it.
It's from the family.
I was gonna sign it.
Sign it is actually.
But I realized that that'd be over our
No,
budget.
this is, wait, actually, I don't know. I don't know if Rico, do you want us to see your family?
Go ahead, you can show it.
Okay.
that's nice.
Rico's family. Hold on. Let's see.
That's it.
Oh. Let's see what it
He said he didn't sign it.
It doesn't matter. There's nothing. But happy holidays. He said
If I
there's
wrote
one
it-
more thing in there from the family.
I told you it would go over budget, guys. If anything I sign is definitely gonna be worth more than our budget.
Mine is over budget.
Okay, well, I stayed in budget.
All right, so chat, should I take Rome's or should I take Erin's? Or should I grab the last gift, which is
Amanda's.
And Amanda, I actually feel like you're a great gift giver. Especially on the
She said that the other day.
Yeah, yes, but exactly.
You know what? This was actually something I was prepared to steal myself. I could steal my own gift, right?
No.
No, I mean not now, but I mean
Well-
in the game, the rules do apply that if someone else had my gift, I could steal it.
Yeah.
Actually,
I mean, I guess, but like that's
Wait.
not really what people do.
Okay, well, whatever.
That's not very Santa.
Well, no, because had I picked that and then that was a bad gift, she could have just went and got
stole her gift. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So I bought something that I'd potentially like to steal. So
Okay, Rico.
I think it's great, and I think that it'd be even better for Rome to open 2 gifts. I'm gonna steal your box because that's what men do. It's only right. And Rome, everybody, I just want to let you guys know that this is not scripted, and I want everybody in the chat to understand that nice guys always finish last. Can you please hand it over?
I don't think Rome's a nice guy. You are a nice guy, but
right, but not in the way that he's saying. And I actually feel very sad for you. Spit in there. Hawk 2 in there. Hawk 2 in there right now.
2, you do right by me.
what is it like this?
Yo, Erin is a great gift giver.
Yes, you opened
As soon as Erin said over budget, I said, got it.
I mean, shit, that bag of chips by itself like $6. Why you tripping?
Ooh,
What is it?
it's a mini. Waffle.
Oh, I have one of those.
It's got a funny face on it too.
Let me see.
That's actually a really good
Damn,
gift.
your whole head.
Sorry. You have one? Yeah. I have one of these too. He's trying to keep it together, y'all. He said,
I'm gonna screenshot that face.
Yo, that's a gift. That's what them shits are called, right? The gifts. Oh, I need that pinned comments.
Thank you. Thank you. That's why I don't play games with people.
Oh gosh. This is definitely a souvenir. Alan, I play to win. And I'll be honest, that could have happened to anybody. You know what I'm saying? It's all about what number you pick.
No, you gotta trade something.
No, thank you.
Rico doesn't even
I have
drink.
a great gift here.
He doesn't even drink essential water.
He sure doesn't.
I don't. Would you like it?
I would like that.
Definitely have it.
yeah,
Definitely
give some things back.
That was $3 right there.
That's actually my jam. I'm the most
I'm
excited.
a mountain.
Mountain Dew.
I'm a
Oh,
mountain.
the green one, the
Yeah,
green bottle.
Mountain Spring Valley type of guy. You got the water to wash it down.
That's how them kids be.
Thank you, Mom.
Yo. Oh my God.
right here. If I give you something to fix.
That's it. Some fruits.
Nah, you're crazy.
That was nice.
That was fun.
That was actually
Can I get the
hilarious.
dad jokes book?
I was about to say you
me?
actually need this.
I ain't gonna lie. This is a good. You can bargain right here.
I've been looking.
I'll trade you this.
That's sodium.
Give me my picture back.
Chili shrimp. You want to take your?
I mean, I don't need your picture.
He's trying to send it to somebody else.
I'm about to send that to my mother.
You can say, "Give me my picture back."
What you want to trade?
No, I don't. I'm good. I'm being
What's
serious.
this ginger ale?
I would like the Cafe Bustelo if you
No,
don't.
that's not happening. Not this. I do. I actually have this in my house right now.
So you don't need it.
I know where you live, nigga.
You do.
I do.
Make sure you that card, put it up on your like thing with the rest of your Christmas card.
Mantle.
And I drew that.
Did you sign it?
Just my
Yes.
name.
Perfect. That's all I needed. So in the movie, in the Sopranos, I should say,
Series.
scratch that. In the Sopranos, there's a part where Tony was gifted a jacket, and he never wore the jacket. In fact, he gave it to his housekeeper's husband.
Was it a nice jacket?
I have zero clue. It
Okay.
was a leather jacket, and the person who gifted it to him was really upset, and to a point where he was like, "Damn, like, kind of take it to, I kind of want to get rid of you." Like, I'm trying to say this in a good way for YouTube. Unalive. There we go. How would you feel if somebody gave away your gift that was a usable gift?
So personally, I like to give money. So if you're giving away money, like I guess do what you got to do.
Probably a debt. No.
Huh?
It's probably a debt then.
Yeah. But I typically, because I think when you give money, it allows people to do what they want to do with it. But when I'm buying gifts for if I give close friends money. But I think if I'm actually buying a gift that's not money or not on a registry, I tend to buy something that I know that they will use. It could actually be a CVS gift card, but I know that they go to CVS. It could be a Shell gas card, but I know that they get their gas at Shell. I don't like buying things for people that I want to give them. I want to buy them what they want. My mama did that. My cousin got married in Vegas maybe 2 years ago. And once I booked our tickets, I booked me and my husband's tickets and the hotel and whatever. And I went ahead and got the gift off the registry. I just did everything at one time. And I was like, "Mama, you got him a gift? You already get it off the registry?" She was like, "Oh, I'm gonna give him these stemless champagne glasses." Mind you, they were nice because I would have taken them, but you don't know that they want that. Like, so now they just gonna have some bullshit in their house that they're never gonna use, or it's just something that they're gonna re-gift. What's the point?
I just want to say that I almost picked up stemless wine glasses,
Great gift.
but then I was just like, everybody might
What
not
they gonna
like
do
that.
with it,
Exactly.
yeah.
What they gonna do with that? I was like, oh my God. But then I was just like, nah,
I know
it's
exactly
not for
what you mean.
everybody.
Yeah.
Rome actually probably would have been tight. You would have been tight, right?
About a stemless wine glass.
Yeah.
When I don't drink wine,
Yeah. But you can drink other stuff, juice.
I got cups.
Mimosas.
I would have been mad.
That boy said solos on deck.
I survived 44 years out of drinking out of something. If I got some glasses right now,
He be drinking out of jelly jar.
They were so cute though.
But I get you. I really do. But anyway, that's my take.
I will.
Yeah.
I also
You ever-
feel like I do put a lot of thought behind my gift giving. So I mean, unlike what Erin says, I think that I would be offended if I put a lot of thought behind a gift and you don't use it, and nonetheless you give it away to like. I think that would be
To your housekeeper's husband.
right. I'd be very hurt by that. I'm not gonna
Facts.
lie.
If I saw somebody else with my gift, I'd be upset.
First of all, I wanted to steal that. So if
this is going to be
I'll
on the
take that
next
right back.
OnlyPans edition.
Only what?
OnlyPans.
Just to let you know.
Oh,
I'm gonna make you. I already got it.
now he is already thinking about content.
Come on.
We about to make these waffles. Mm-hmm.
Naked waffles.
Oh God.
see? This
Yeah,
guy.
I would be upset if someone gave away my gift. Let's stay on topic here.
What if somebody took your gift?
Like stole it?
Well, I don't know. Say there was like a white elephant game and then somebody. Then
Yes.
what?
Stole.
I'd be upset too.
Stole,
Right
yeah.
in front of your face. Stole it.
I mean, look, my thing is this. I try to give people gifts that I think that they need. And sometimes it comes off,
Give us an example. I would love to know, like, you've gotten for people that you think that they need, whether they think they need it or not.
no, all right, so
Need and not want, right?
need. So,
Okay.
I love my mother to death. She had tore her ACL, and so she was out, and she started gaining weight. Now, this is like maybe a year or two after her, full recovery. So I'm like, Mom, you got to get back in the gym. So I bought her like a bunch of gym sneakers, a bunch of gym outfits. Like I got her a whole new gym get up.
That's a good deal.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I know you're going to need the workout clothes and I know you need to go exercise. So, she wore the sneakers and she wore the outfits, but I don't think she ever wore them to the gym.
She wore them to the grocery store.
Yeah. Around the house and shit. Like
Happy girl's jam. Wearing the work outfits to go run errands.
Yeah,
That's it.
it is. But I think that's a good gift though. But I can see where you went wrong. Was your mama?
Yeah.
I mean, is your mama like? Did she go to the gym
she did, and then she didn't,
before her injury?
like way before her injury.
Oh no, yeah, you
Yeah.
tripping.
But was going to the gym and losing weight anything that she ever said that she wanted?
No,
No, but that's what she needed. That was my point. You need to go to the gym. So here's some incentives to wear the new gym clothes. Right now, if you don't go, if I'd have bought the membership, that'd have been more fucked up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
that's probably a better idea.
I was about to say, because who said that not having gym clothes was what was stopping her?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably
It's
the
like
membership.
passive aggressive approach,
Yeah, we
And
we
she
see.
probably looked at them clothes and said, "Boy, fuck you. Now I'm never."
No, she
going."
would never. Because the thing, she ain't do that, And I told her, I was like, well, I know you need to go to the gym, so here's some clothes to go to the gym and sneakers. I made sure that they're comfortable for your knees and whatever. And yeah,
I guess.
like it's
child.
fair.
I guess I don't know.
Like, because you don't ever, when you talk to people, a lot of times people are telling you the things that they actually need,
Yeah.
Like 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh, I need this. I really got to get this fixed or something along those lines. So that would be something that I would aim for, because I know, unless they, covered it or they got it done. But I tend to try to figure out what you need, because I want it to be useful and also to be something that is going to ease your life rather than being like a gift. Now, I done did other gifts. Don't get me wrong. I done did some crazy gifts.
that people needed.
No. Like
Oh,
just
okay.
like some splurging shit. Really, it was like, all right, you get this. Like Oprah, you get a car, you get a car, you get a car.
Oh,
Yeah. Those are at the highlight of my days, Now I got kids. Now I gotta be practical.
Yeah, I've
Maybe we
always been
should
a
up
practical
the budget
person.
on the next white elephant.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I thought I was gonna get some sunglasses.
And so I had the sunglasses there, but I was like, that'd be so, cause that's so like expected.
I literally thought
It's
that what was in the box.
And I'm not gonna lie, I sold out. Thank you, Black Friday, Cyber Monday. I honestly don't have any more inventory,
There was potential for me to get sunglasses.
and I do have like some that. So I'll be honest with you, I was gonna repackage some of my personal ones. I was like, nah, I can't do that. I can't.
The nose grease all on them.
Nah, I got the spray. I clean them shit. You'd never even know.
I'd be willing to steal the ones that you come here with.
I got
Like,
the little
I'm
screwdriver.
fine.
I'd have tightened
I'm not that
the
bougie.
arms. You'd be like, oh shit. I'd have put her all. I got like I repackage work. You know what I'm saying? But I was like, let me be more practical. And besides, this $25 and these are $150.
I went over budget. I went over budget.
I'm messing around.
I was literally
I'm
like,
messing
really?
around. No, but seriously, I felt like it was gonna be too expected, and I had the case right there. I honestly had them sitting on top of the box, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna do something that I want to put somebody on. I know that those wines are great.
I thought this was really fun. I think we should do it again for Valentine's Day. That would be fun.
I call number
A
4.
red? No, you can't call anything. You got to pick it out the cup. Jesus Christ, this nigga's crazy.
Because it would be like a nice little, right? I mean, I've never done it. I was just thinking like, what other applicable time, you would do that.
That'd actually be great for all the people who are single, because we actually saw this a few years ago where a lot of the single people were coming together and celebrating together Valentine's. So maybe if they did a red elephant on Valentine's Day, that'd be dope.
Maybe a red heart. We can't call it red elephant.
All right, yeah, red hearts.
Do they end up hooking up with each other? Is that what goes on? Or is it just like Happy Single Awareness Day?
I guess it just depends on which house you're in. Happy single awareness.
That's what it's called, right?
Is it?
I didn't
Call
know.
it Single Awareness. No,
I thought it
there's
was
literally a Single Awareness Day.
Oh, that I don't know.
On the
For
14th of
singles-
February?
For singles, for Valentine's Day, they have like single awareness parties or some
I
shit.
know they have Galentines.
That's for girls.
Well, no, for that's it. I don't know what men
No,
do.
I've seen single awareness. I'm not making it up.
Okay, someone wrote in to ask Amanda. They said my boyfriend my boyfriend is married but separated. I've told him if he isn't divorced by the end of the year, we're going our separate ways. So far, there's been no change. What should I do?
Grow up.
I mean, this is a very short problem.
Oh, yeah, my girl, she's still married, but they're separated. They've been separated for a while.
Wait,
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, is that
You
a bad
didn't know
thing?
that at all.
I'm not trying to like.
No, I
whatever.
mean it isn't. It
Like
isn't like
legally?
a super.
Yeah, but it's not.
Was she married here or in because her family, or is she from another country?
What you mean
Country
married
or
here?
state?
She married in the United States of America.
No, I didn't know, because I know
no,
that
she's
you
from
said
another
her parents
state.
live
Not
there.
country.
from somewhere else,
Yeah,
right?
no. I don't think it's like a bad thing. I'm sorry if it's a stigma. I'm gonna get in trouble anyway. So, but I don't see the difference if you love somebody. Everybody's got a situation. People had situations before you. People got kids before you. People had exes before you, and how you decide to end that or not end it is really up to you. It doesn't affect me any.
So she's still currently married.
Yes, but separated.
Yeah. So does she want, I know how you feel about marriage, so it's more so a personal question. If she said that she wants to actually get legally married to you, is that something that you're open-minded on doing?
I literally asked her last week. I was like, I heard you get tax benefits if you're married. And then she was explaining it. Go ahead.
You know why I'm laughing.
Well, I said, I said,
What the fuck?
I said, I heard you get tax benefits. And then she was explaining to me. I was like, all right, that's cool. And I was like, but no, it's not like it's not like she's not trying to get a divorce or anything. She's been trying. It's just, it's on him. You gotta.
Oh, wait, that's how that works?
You don't have to sign a paper. People could not like answer you or like not follow up with the paperwork or like not just stall the shit forever.
And it'll delay the whole.
Is there any
divorce.
way, is there like a threshold where it's like, all right, it's been 2 years of, avoiding. Yeah.
I heard there was, but I don't know. You know, she's been actively trying. It's not on her. I don't fault her for anything. I don't judge her for anything. I mean, it's not. It's really not on her. She been wanting to get this shit done. I feel like that's a weight on her shoulders. Actually, I know it's a weight on her shoulders that she wish wasn't there, and not because of me or I put any pressure on her. That's just for her own closure and her own, sense of moving on and her own business.
But
To me, I don't care.
for you, would you feel any way if she wasn't actively trying to get this divorce and was just letting the separation just sit while she, dates you or whatever? Would you feel like you needed to know from her? Do you ever plan to do this? Is this the way it's going to be?
If I was planning on marrying her,
Marrying
then
her?
yeah. But it was never when I hear people getting divorced, I just assume that they're pretty much scorned and don't really want to get married again. So we've had that conversation, and it wasn't like a big pressure or a big push. So I was like, all right, well, you take care of yourself. She tell me what goes on, and um, I'm gonna get in trouble because I should have been listening. She told me. And that's when I was like, yo, what's up with the tax benefits, really? But I would like more money. That's all I care about. So, I mean, if that's gonna help us, then sure. But I don't. It's just so messy. It's mad messy. It's like you gotta give you half of this and then split this and then listen. I'm gonna leave with what I came with. I know that. I don't even want to be married though, unless you tell me more about the tax benefits. I don't personally know I'm just gonna sound bad. I know. I don't know the benefits for men outside of the things that we say on here about how we live longer if we're married. Other than that, I don't know nothing beneficial. Or when I get old, is she gonna take care of me or have somebody take care? Outside of that, talk to me about what I care about.
Cause like you know what I think what could be and what does happen, but I don't know if it fully has happened in terms of what I'm about to say. But there's some people who marry others and they marry others for what they can get after they pass. And when the unfortunate event happens where there's a decision to pull the plug, instead of maybe letting them fight, they might just say pull it and cash out early. You know, I mean, I think about it from a perspective where my grandfather had COVID and he was at 90% on the ventilator, and they were like, we're done. Like we're pulling the cord. And my grandmother, who's also his wife, was like, no, I refuse. Let him, if he's gonna die, let him die the way he's gonna die. And he was in a coma for a very long time and he had numerous surgeries, but he survived and he's well. He's walking, he's living day-to-day life. Now, if there was incentive, and mind you, my grandmother and him have had a rocky marriage probably like the last 10 years. If there was somebody who was probably like, yo, forget it, I'll just cash out. Like, when he dies, it's a lot of money coming in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Or she could have just been sick of his shit and been like,
but that's my point.
Cut it
And you
off.
see, that's why, that's the point that I'm making, where it's like, you could be sick of somebody's shit. Let's say this guy was a terrible husband to you, but he was actually a good guy to the community, but he was a terrible husband, which happens. And that opportunity comes like, I don't get rid of this nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and don't let him have something to hand over. So that's the scary part when we talk about the whole marriage and being able to make a decision for, the spouse in event it is life or death.
right. But like, I think that goes back to what Alan said. Like, why are you marrying someone that you can't trust and rely on to make these types of decisions? You know, like, because outside of your spouse, it would otherwise be your parents, if they're still alive. And obviously you would hope your parents would act in your best interest. But w- wouldn't you want to be married to someone who would act accordingly, like to your parents?
Yeah, I mean, I agree. But if I look at like my grandfather and my grandmother, they've been married all my life. They've had a last, I would say, 12 to 15 years where it started to get rocky. and the last 10 years where they were living in separate rooms. So for 2 decades, they were fine, right? Or, from the outside looking in.
I was gonna say it's probably been rocky the whole time.
I mean, speculation, but they were good. Like I remember at like 12 years old, 13 years old, witnessing them kiss. And I'm like, God damn, this is fucking gross. You know what I'm saying? So I know that there was love and affection there. Obviously, I don't know all of their business. But it didn't get, it wasn't to the surface until I was probably, I would say like 20, around maybe 21-ish. And to a point where it's like, I can't stand you. I can't stand you. So, 20 years of at least being able to coexist and figure things out. And then the last 10 years, y'all not even, y'all walk past each other in the house.
Question.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're about to say. Go ahead.
What?
No, go ahead.
Okay, people who are married have issues all the time, right? And you said they were married maybe like 30, 40 years?
I would say like around, mid, like 35 years.
Okay, let's just say they've been married 35 years. Regardless of what they were beefing over for the last, 10, 12 years, you said, do you think that if something happened to one of them, that the other would act in their best interest? Beef and all.
Now?
No. Like
I'm answering the question. Now, only because of what actually transpired, I would say yes. Prior to, I would tell you no.
Like prior to when he was sick, like with COVID and stuff?
Prior to the actual opportunity to say, I don't even want to call it an opportunity, but the decision to say, pull the cord. I would tell you, if that happens, it's done. Like, neither one of them would care, right? And that's because that's where it got to. Now, and I've seen it happen. I actually seen it happen also outside of my own personal life, but it, to a point where eventually after so long, they ended up finally getting a divorce. But we all go into relationships and then ultimately getting married on a high with understanding of who we are at that moment without knowing what each other will potentially do in the future, whether it be the near future or far future. And sometimes you might do something that might change the way that person looks at you, feels about you, and thinks of you for the remainder of your relationship or marriage with them. And we can't predict the future. So to make a decision 40 years down the line, and let's just say that I've been a terrible husband or she's been a terrible wife, either or. And now I have the opportunity. I don't care as much sometimes, depending on how cold that person is. I could not care as much to say, all right, well, I don't want her to suffer anymore. I don't want him to suffer anymore. And like I said, don't let it be a payday afterwards. Like, it makes the decision easier. Depending on the relationship.
Well, I think the person too, because some people, that just sounds like a real scumbag thing to do based off of like the incentive of me getting money because of your death. No judgment, but I'm saying like if you've really been through thick and thin, and I thought it was for better or for worse, then are you really gonna? That just sounds, I don't know, and that shit scares me.
Yeah,
you just said it. That shit sounds scary as hell to me. So
I just think that a lot of marriages go through a lot of shit that people don't have the capacity to deal with, and to deal with it in a way where they can still have some type of, or the same type of love, consideration, and care for that person. That's not every marriage, and I'm only speaking from the outside looking in. And people become cold-hearted. I'm witnessing a divorce right now. And the craziest thing is my own homie's like, yo, I feel like the person that I'm divorcing is a 180 from the person that I married. It's not even the same person.
Probably.
Right? It's like, I don't even know who this person is. So when I look at these situations and I'm like, okay, now my life is in your hands, and God forbid we had that type of turmoil where this feelings and emotions have now been created, or opinions, I don't trust that in a rocky situation, in a rocky marriage, in a negative, ending marriage or soon to be ending marriage, I don't know if I trust my spouse to make a decision on a life or death for me, especially if there's, like I said, some type of incentive behind it. And now you have to trust somebody who no longer looks at you and cares about you the same way y'all started or the same way y'all built. And you don't know what's going to happen in people are human. See, that's why Rome gets, a lot of the love, because Rome can accept somebody being imperfect, right? And he can accept their flaws. A lot of people can accept certain flaws that might come out later on in life because they didn't sign up for that flaw. They didn't sign up for the potential of them doing them this way or treating them this way or becoming a person that they don't align with. So that's what happens when you have these long marriages, because people will become people throughout this time. And then some people don't trust that person. I trusted you from year 1. I don't trust you at year 25. I don't trust you at year 25. And it could be my fault. No, it could be like, I just didn't do what I needed to do to make you the type of person or make you be a person that really cares about me. Maybe I was an asshole. Maybe you just changed. It could be either or.
So what's the solution to that? Like, you're married, you're with this person 25 years.
Yeah.
Like what do you do?
But like, and that's
Because
yeah,
if they're your spouse, they're gonna be,
privy.
they're gonna have a certain level of authority to make decisions about you and assets and stuff like that. So my question is just, what do you do?
I mean, well, legally I can't do anything, right? So, but I mean, what I would propose is, let's say if you do have a sibling, I do think that it should be more than one person's decision, is my personal opinion. If your parents are alive, they should have a say so. If they're not alive, maybe your closest siblings or maybe somebody that you can write down as one of your closest friends, and they have maybe a vote. I'm not saying this example, but let's just say, for example, Alan and Yumi for the next 10 years decides to hate each other's guts. Something happens to Alan. I know, and I'm not saying Yumi would ever do this, but hypothetically, Yumi's like, fuck that nigga, pull the plug, right? I'm about to run into
He had a good life.
Yeah. I'm about to produce this shit now, nigga. But Alan has brothers and sisters that are around the same age that may have a better interest when those type of things transpire. So I do think it should be a collective of, people that you select to make a decision on your life or death specifically. That's just my opinion. You know what I mean? Obviously, that's not how this shit works.
Hey, them as siblings are not putting up with you as a spouse. Like, you behave differently with a spouse than you do with your siblings. Like, your spouse gets a totally different person.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Y'all better put my sisters in that room.
But that's my thing. Wait, if you're not married, how are you stuck?
Yeah.
That's a
A
bar.
baby, nigga? a baby would stick with you.
A baby will stick
Better
with
stop
you.
talking.
Wait.
A baby is worse than a document. I tell you that right now.
Hello?
Fuck that. Like,
Is this thing on?
is this thing on? A baby is you really stuck. Nigga, you stuck. Even if you don't want to be stuck.
But I think that
You okay?
you can have boundaries when it's parents of the child that don't want to necessarily interact with each other.
So
Who's got boundaries?
The parents that don't want to interact with each other.
Yeah, it doesn't
I
work
hate
like
those
that.
kind of stories,
It sounds
though.
good, but it
Well,
doesn't.
okay, let me speak.
Doesn't
My parents split up when I was young, so I'm speaking from my personal experience. I really try to stay out. I say stay out of grown folks' business. Like, I don't care to know what went on with them, X, Y, and Z. But as far as like how they conducted themselves with respect to me, it seemed, yeah. I won't even say cordial. It seemed just what it is. They weren't necessarily. I think, say, if they needed to have an argument or if they were beefing or whatever, it wasn't happening in front of me. It wasn't, if it didn't matter what I needed, my dad wasn't gonna be like, oh, I'm not buying it for her because you might go and get your nails done.
Yeah.
Like, that was, no, I can guarantee you that my daddy wouldn't like, he'd be like, well, I guess you gotta get her nails done, but my kid need X. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there's a way to co-parent and not be best friends and really probably not get along, but just like here's the kid, drop them off, pick them up. Are you feeding them good? Like my, I
agree.
and I know that my parents, but I know that my parents didn't have like an ideal situation. Like I know it ain't something that's novel. It's just I think that there was just a certain level of, I guess, an agreement that they made to like try to just keep things copacetic, in order to make sure I wasn't affected in a particular way. Oh, well, to make sure that I wasn't like negatively impacted in a particular way.
Well, here's the thing I would say, and although I definitely I agree with Erin, the only thing is I can't speak for every situation because sometimes you don't know what one person puts another person through.
Right, yeah.
Right? And some people put somebody through hell. So to be cordial or to come to a common ground with somebody who puts you through certain, pits and fires of hell is very hard. And maybe it's something they should do, but you might have attachment to some things that this person did to you that you haven't been able to forgive yet. And I can only think about it. You know what I'm saying? I haven't experienced it myself, but I do have friends who, like, they have kids with women who done the most grimiest shit in the world, and they still had to look at her on that Friday to pick up their son and restrain themselves, right? Because like people do,
But like that's what being an adult is. Like we don't, as adults, we don't get to like act on every impulse that we have. I might want to go in the office and slap a bitch tomorrow. You know what I mean? But I can't.
But if she spit on you,
well,
then it's on.
but that's what I'm trying to say. Some people,
no.
Some people are getting spit on.
That's
though.
different. Like that's, first of all, that means that's a battery.
Yeah.
And now I can actually retaliate like legally. But what I'm saying is that we all have, as an adult, you don't just like kids. If you don't get that nine later, you could just bust out on the floor and like start crying and going around in circles. As an adult, we don't get to do that.
No, what I'm saying is that sometimes there's situations where the reason why it ended, and this is just a figure of speech, is because somebody spat on someone. That's
physically,
why. No, figure of speech, like to
okay.
that level of. No,
they did something really bad, and
right?
I get that.
So, and it's like sometimes they didn't just get spat on once.
Mm-hmm.
It might have been multiple times, and they've been enduring it just to try to keep the peace. Right? And now you push like this. The thing is, we can talk about it, but it's not realistic. I would say that is poetic because when somebody is pushing you to the fucking edge, and they have your child, and they pushing you off, and they didn't push you off, you done fell, and you got back up, and they pushed you again. Right? And some people, I think it's hard to be cordial now. I don't think that is every situation. Yes, I do agree. There has to be a way to find a common ground. However, it's not realistic when you can't even stomach somebody's presence.
But what do you do? That's my question. Like, you can't stomach their presence, but you still, I hope you still want to see your kid. Like, what do you do?
So I tell you, the only thing I can tell you that I experience is you call your best friend who is realistically the godfather of your child to go pick up your son. Right?
That works.
But you get what I'm saying? So, but at the end of the day, it only works for so long. Because now I'm not there. You still got to go get him.
Well, but it's easier as they get older.
No, it ain't. No, the fuck. Look at Rome. Rome, I know a little bit.
His kid is 5.
No, but it's Rome. Could you please?
I cannot.
You're the only one that can speak from personal experience.
Watch me not.
Wait.
I bet you won't.
I bet you won't.
So I can only speak from a perspective from the outside looking in. But and I can sit here and say my friend this, my friend that, but I also don't know entirely what he may have did, or to call certain things. No, he didn't do that. She was a dirtbag too.
So I'm sorry to cut you off. To answer your question is you find a way to do what needs to be done.
Right.
Regardless.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately somebody has to be the bigger person And that bigger person doesn't look for the other person who they're trying to be the bigger person to acknowledge that they're being the bigger person, because you'll never get that. And you have to be okay with that day in and day out. So that person that you didn't know before isn't the same person. Like, you have to realize that relationship's over. That person is dead to you. So you have to do what's best with what you have to work with. You have to make what's best with what you got. And how he said, how, you get your best friend to pick up your kid or whatever the case may be. You figure out a way.
And that's what I'm saying. So like, if you have like some sort of intermediary to do these things, like, what's the big deal?
Well, the big deal is how it's very simple for us to say, you get your best friend or you do this, when that opposing side says, oh, no, you can't do that. You have to see me.
Yep.
I'm going to make sure you do it this way.
How about this? It's been said. It's been said that dumb men get the wrong woman pregnant. Thoughts, opinions?
I actually don't know, because I guess because you hear a lot where men are saying, oh, women choose better. They're telling women to choose better. So I think that it's probably not a man or a woman thing. It's probably just a person thing. I can see where some people drop the ball and ignore all the signs, the red flags, everything, and you end up being with somebody that's not good for you or good for the kid you eventually have. But I can also believe that there are people who do not show them their true selves until later. Like, you think, okay, a year in, okay, I know this person, I know they vibe, like we're good. But then people change, so I think with respect to those situations, how do you avoid it?
That's a fact. Security will make you take your mask off. Once you feel secure in your position, whatever that is, you just start watching things just fall apart. Yeah, or not. Because we've said this many times on this podcast or talk show, 8 at the table. Hashtag 8 at the table, right?
Network
the voice,
television.
Voices, and we
Pay-per-view.
all of the above, right? Where basically like guys would play the romantic, Prince Charming role until he gets the box, then he becomes an asshole, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever, right? That's the same thing. Like, once you secure your spot or you got what you wanted to get,
Yeah, okay.
now your mask comes off. There's women who will pretend to be like the greatest woman or potential wife, and then once she gets a ring, stops doing everything she did to get it, right? Or gets a baby, and then shit stops too. So I do think that Alan often talks about control. And when somebody finally feels like they're in full control, I think it's dangerous, whether you're a woman or a man. And that's why it's important to make sure that you set yourself up in a way where you can protect yourself no matter what happens in your relationship. You know what I'm saying? Or just for a wedding don't lock you in like a baby. Like, let me explain that. A baby lock you in, bro. A wedding, come go. You lose some money. You make the money back. If you were able to make the money the first time, you make it again.
I don't know. That debt be locking niggas in.
Yeah, that debt is fucked up. But a baby debt is
Sometimes that money only comes around once. Sometimes you're not able to duplicate that.
So the last thing we're gonna weigh in on, I should say, is this video that I sent to the chat. And, well, first of all, the thumbnail says, do women really want men to be women?
Women don't listen to men. Women think that men were created to serve them. So if you ain't serving them, they don't want to hear nothing you got to say, because at the end of the day, women think that this is we need to teach males to do this. Women want men to be women. Women want society to transform a male into a female. Women hate women. Women hate each other. But they want to get a man and then make him embody all of the characteristics of a woman. Women don't.
Where do they do that at? What I was trying to say is, what do you think that she meant when she said that she believes that women want men to be women?
I think that I think it was like with her first sentence where she said that women believe that men are here for the specific reason to serve women. I'm actually I've never heard that. So I'm not really sure like where that particular ideology, may have come from.
Ideology.
I know you ain't doing me.
Ideology.
I know what I said. Because I would have laughed at myself first before I'm gonna let you laugh at me. So I actually don't understand, where she got that from, or like what actions she's seen from women to make her believe that. That I don't necessarily know.
It's kind of confusing, and to me, because she's saying that a woman wants a man, but like, what is her role? Like, what is she? I know she's a woman, but what did you expect a woman? Like, is she dating like womanly women, or is she dating manly women? Like, that's what's confusing to me, because I guess if you're dressing like more of like a tomboy and you're a lesbian, I don't know what the right term is, but aren't you being the strong one in that role? I don't know the right. I'm sorry, I just don't know. But aren't you? Thank you. I don't know what to say. Aren't you being like the masculine one, and then you want your girl to be a girl, but then you're mad that she's being a girl because you're not man enough?
What if we say she's not speaking from her personal life? Okay.
Why is she talking then?
Well, it could be something that she's seen.
I'm just
Regardless.
That's the confusing
Jesus
part.
Christ.
Why is this anything that she knows enough about to
yeah.
talk on? If she's
Are
not.
we serious right now? Time out. Stop.
Yeah.
Because here's the issue that we have. The issue is that things can actually be true, even though somebody doesn't fit the role for it in terms of being the person to speak on it, right? I'm not gonna sit here and argue if she a man or whatever the case, does she like women. But I don't give a fuck about her preference or the way she dressed. What I'm talking about is her statement.
I don't think that's what he.
Do you agree with the statement?
I'm asking.
Do you agree with
about
the statement? Do you
Not.
agree with it?
I do agree with the statement.
In
so
what way?
I've only been saying it for 6 years. What we like.
Tell us. No, tell us.
Basically, women been wanting men to be more aligned with women pathology, right?
How so?
The way that they think, the way that they approach situations, the way that they want to problem solve. Men are also looked or expected to be overly considerate to the way a woman problem solves or addresses an issue. And if we do it in the way that's typically the masculine way, it's usually disregarding the way a woman would want to do it or the way a woman would see it. So when I hear her say that women want men to be more like women, that's what I'm hearing. She wants us to address and attack situations, approach situations the way a woman would, less like men typically have done and still do. And when you have that, I'll be honest, we have men who are extremely masculine, and when they get around women who are masculine, it don't rub well because there can only be one masculine person fighting for the top spot, right? I've seen it with my own 2 eyes and
4,
6, right? so because 1, 2, 3, 4, you know what I'm saying? So like that's what I hear when I hear her saying that. I do, yeah. I have contacts.
I think that there's a difference in saying this is how I view an issue, this is how I problem solve, and I would like you to be more open-minded as to look at it the way I see it, right? Instead of saying, I think that women want men to be women. Like that, those are two completely different things.
Like, I do think that men nowadays have to be extremely more careful on how they approach situations, or how they think of situations. And if it doesn't include a woman's way and duality, and my good friend Oliver would say, it could become misogynistic. It could become,
But it's probably been
but it,
misogynistic.
but it most likely isn't, right? So like sometimes it can be, but sometimes it's not, right? So now the problem that we have here is if a man, and I said this already, like men don't in America, men fear really being a full man, right? Because if a man, to be a woman, from my experience in seeing and dealing with women from family and loved ones, women think about women first, right? Men think about men first too. People think about people first. But when a man starts thinking about a man first, because we are naturally more dominant physically, and typically we can force our way, and we have a whole history of oppression that also is attached to any man who is 20 years old and above, he gets labeled as all these different things. And I remember I called my girl when I was in Dubai, and I said, damn, I forgot what it's like to be a full man, because they don't play that fucking game over there. Right? And I honestly forgot. That's how I was raised. That was what's inside of me. Right? And to be the actual king, like to be a king nowadays is a tyrant in America.
A king is a king and a tyrant is a tyrant. They really just hold two different definitions.
But they have the same power.
No, they don't.
Yeah, they do.
A king is a king. A tyrant is a tyrant. They hold two different definitions. They're not synonymous.
But they both have the power and the control and the ability. One king will could force his way in a more political way, could force his way in a more inclusive way. And the tyrant is going to be inconsiderate of. You know what I'm saying? No, but what I'm saying is nowadays, if you're a man and you're saying man first, right, you're a misogynist.
No, actually, I don't think that. And obviously, the only people that can be saying this is women. I don't think that a man saying, well, first of all, like, why are you saying man first? Like, because I don't know. Do women say? I never hear women say women first.
So let me ask you a question. If you do, and don't cut this. What would you?
Actually, yes.
Right.
Okay, would you accept it?
I mean,
You don't get a choice.
No,
I
like,
hit him.
got
I would
smacked.
expect.
I don't
First
accept
of
that
all,
smack back.
You know what? The way I operate, I'm never man versus woman. I'm people.
Thank you.
If I hit anybody, I expect to be hit the fuck back if you have the balls to hit me back.
Yep.
Why, if you have the balls though?
Because some people are pussy and will be like, oh my God, you really
Hit me.
right. No.
my
but
Do you think that he might be like that because even if you hit him first?
not
No,
he.
he's not-
I
she's saying
said
people.
anybody.
Okay, I'm speaking specifically on a man. Like, let's say he's pussy. He's like, oh my God, you really slapped the shit out of me. But this is my point, right? But this is what my point is. Women want men to act more like women. See, a man who can actually force himself and stop the situation is gonna most likely, a woman is gonna understand that and not even take that initiative to even put her hands on him. But when a man is more inclined to ask questions and try to communicate with words rather than actions, right? Which is going on in his day-to-day life, he's most likely gonna get slapped the fuck out of and be like, why would you do that?
No, people that get hit, they be in relationships. Like you don't have people in relationships that, like, that's me getting with somebody that likes to put their hands on somebody. That's a full stop for me. Like, all the people I know who be in like physical relationships like that.
I know women who put their hands on men, but those men never put their hands on her, right? Or them. And I don't know, maybe it might be that could, I don't even know why how it happened. Maybe her mother But I'm
Like
saying,
so she can learn a lesson. Like keep your hands to yourself.
but a lot of
No, no. Actually, I'm actually okay with you, like publishing it because at the end of the day, why does anybody or why would anyone think that they could hit someone else and have zero expectation of retaliation? Why? There's literally no logical response to that. Like it just doesn't make sense. So again, people need to learn to keep their hands to themselves. If you didn't learn that as a kid, you need to learn it as an adult, or you're gonna get some paws put on you.
Mhm.
Like it's really that simple. But like you don't just get to go again, this is about being an adult. You don't get to go around just hitting people. Like I said, I might want to go and slap the fuck out somebody tomorrow at my job. But you know what I'm not gonna do? Slap the fuck out somebody.
now.
You know what I'm saying?
Choices and consequences.
Right. Like, and the consequence of hitting somebody is getting hit.
Now, now,
Man or woman.
so now, so like for example, now you got men that would say, let's say a man that slapped the shit out of somebody who's obviously way big, a man who's way bigger than. Based on what we were just discussing, that's something that you can understand why it would happen.
Yeah.
But there's still a large group of people, man and woman, who is going to be like, bro, you're like 17 times her size or whatever. You're 2 times her size. Why?
I understand that, but I think you always have to look at it from the perspective of there's a consequence to every action.
And even if he didn't retaliate by like hitting me back, he probably gonna do some shit.
Like, what if he just pushed you, like kind of just like a reaction, like just pushed you on the, like, get away from me?
No, that ain't no. I'm talking about,
What
man.
if he throws out all my clothes and burns it? You know,
People know who to pull that shit with. You know,
Sometimes I got a sister, and I love her to death, but she's real handsy. But I tell you what, she's a little thug though. She got back up the next day.
by the dude.
Yeah, the next day, and she went right back. But she's a fighter though, so like there are women fighters, and I'm not glorifying it, but there are women fighters who would be like, all right, I will really try to fight a man and take whatever comes with it. You know what I'm saying? And it's not all right.
She needs to seek some form of therapy. It's deeper than
Yeah.
being a fighter.
Especially like, and I'm talking about, I can only talk about the areas I've been in. I could talk about the areas that in New Jersey and New York where I watch women beat up a man.
I've definitely seen it.
That would never happen to me, but I watched it happen. So like the problem is
Definitely
this.
seen it.
Those women that beat up men, i.e. my sister, have like a switch in their brain that believes, I could take this nigga too.
Or it could be a cry for help.
I could take this nigga too. And they will try it. They will fucking try it.
I mean, to be honest, I hit you, you hit me. Now you really have the problem. Like, no. You hit me back, which I deserve.
Yeah.
But like you the one that really got a problem now.
No,
Why does he have a problem?
I don't think everybody gonna go.
If you initiated it, why does he have a problem?
I didn't say me.
no, not
Listen.
her. First of all, if she doesn't go to the authorities and say this, right? But it's just like, okay, legally,
Baby
he
girl,
could get
what
in trouble for that.
Baby girl, what
But
happened to your face?
illegally?
And
This
do
is
you
gonna
say
be a
I put
problem.
my hands on him?
I'm gonna say I hit him and he hit me back. He hit you back. Only it's the ones that can fight, because a lot of men don't even know how to fight.
I would argue most.
A lot of men don't know how to fight.
A lot of men don't know how to fight men.
Who they
A lot of men don't know how to fight men.
be fighting?
Women. And it's usually they usually fight women verbally.
Crazy.
Yo, men that fight women verbally like often. What?
That's crazy, because I feel like a woman to just say the most low down.
But that's why he fights her though. You get me? But like
I'm talking about like you talking about like communicating to her.
I'm saying that it's like it always starts communicating, and then he gets to the point where I probably didn't communicate that well.
I didn't get
It
that.
gets to the point where then he actually physically puts his hands on her.
Over what she said.
over the words.
She picked some shit that she shouldn't have said.
Because well, it's not really that. It's really yes, but it's really because it was going. Like a man, it's gonna go from here. He's gonna go to here, and then everything else is gonna be like, yo, you know what's coming next. Like I'm not gonna go back and forth and climb the ladder with you. I'm already at a 10. I'm taking whatever come with it. You know what I'm saying?
At that point, she's just chopping at his ego.
Yeah. So like
he's feeding into it, and that's the issue.
Because
yep.
No, the men
I mean,
love their ego.
you can say like, saying what you want just gonna get it back. But like I've seen men that only like I've been like, yo, you be so tough around women, but when a man approach you, you start backtracking, you start making.
Say, man, I ain't even say that.
Yeah,
Nah, cuz.
Now you want to be cool and try to clarify, like,
Yeah.
like what I really was saying. Yeah, because you know how she was. She be like,
But you're actually right. And ironically, you see that a lot on social media.
yep,
Where men will have so much beef. Well, I don't say men, where a man will have so much beef with a woman, but then when a man steps in to say something, they ain't got nothing for bruh. Nothing.
which is the
Like they scary as hell.
weakest shit in the world.
Right?
But
It's super disgusting.
But it's most men though nowadays, and I feel like
I don't be hanging around these kind of males. So
it's
I don't know.
It's not about hanging around. Like
I don't know them is what I'm saying.
when you approach them, I can't even speak about this because then that's gonna make me look sick, crazy. But
Yeah, let's move on.
You know, it's you just can tell. What I'm trying to say to stay on topic is those men are typically more like a woman, right? Where
So they're already like a woman.
they're already like a woman. Yes,
Not they turned into one because
they've been like
the
a woman to get in the position with the woman. They've been like a woman.
Exactly.
You feel what I'm saying? So now it's like, all right, da 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 da.
So men just want to be women. That's what you just said.
I believe, I not want to
Voluntarily.
be. I believe that men are overly. Some men have only been surrounded by women, so they are already like a woman because that's the only example that they have.
That's fair.
And because that's the only example that they have, plus now society incentivized being more aligned with women, then now he's like empowered in being like a woman. So now you have this man who's not a man. Well, he's a male, who's been raised by his mother and 2 sisters. He had no males in his house. He had 0. And now he goes out into the real world as an adult. What do you think his behaviors emulate?
Purses.
His well, maybe not purses, but it could
Definitely
be close to
purses.
it, right?
I don't care what y'all young niggas is talking about.
Like the crossover bags.
Nigga, we've got pockets. We've had pockets since jeans
And
were
hoodies.
around. Pockets and hoodies. You're doing the cross bags, call them cross bodies, and I keep my gun in here and I keep my money in here. You're wearing a purse. It is a purse.
Yeah, because I have my gun right here. That's what he's saying.
I don't understand. It's a purse. And
Y'all.
y'all do everything with the tight pants and the purses.
Well, see, but see, Alan, that's the difference. And I think that has to do with like, I won't even say men, I'll say people these days. Because you have a lot of people, they gonna let you talk. They gonna be like, all right, keep playing. Keep playing. Like they gonna let you just go about your business for a little bit until you do or say that one thing. And now it's a battery in their back. And now there's no turning back. But they gave you ample amount of time and opportunity to like, just act normal. Just shut the fuck up. Just be a respectable person, but you over here doing the most.
What actually is happening is that we are way more turned. The switch turns on way faster than your
I agree,
generation.
yeah.
And it's so fast that everybody's endangered and everybody's literally walking on eggshells.
Yeah.
And because there is no type of emotional regulation to understand the situation,
Yep.
and this is a real thing. Like I had a situation inside the grocery store. A dude dropped his shit, and I didn't even want to go grab a cart.
Not
It's
even
okay.
Whole Food. You
I-
in that Whole Food?
No. I'm gonna tell you. I told, stay right here in this aisle. I'm gonna go right across to go grab the little pickup carts. So I did it. I didn't even want to do it. I did it. I came back, and the guy was in front of him, and he was putting something like in his arms. So immediately, all this weird shit going on with older men and kids. I'm like, what's going on? Like, but I know how I said it, and I know how my eyes look, right? And I know how I get. And he's like, oh, no, he was just helping me. So I'm like, all right, come on, Casey, let's go. And I'm like, what you mean? He's like, he dropped it. He says back hurt, so I just picked it up for him. I was like, all right, that's cool. We just continued to shop. I got in the parking lot. I'm walking in the parking lot, and he's actually so happens to be right next to me. He's like, hey, man, listen, I don't want any problems. Little man, I got a bad back. Little man was just being a gentleman and helping me out. And I was like, no, listen, it's all right. That's how I raised him to, what I'm saying? If he sees somebody that needs help him. But I just didn't know what the situation is and the way it looked like with my 9-year-old and an older man. Nowadays, I got to really question everything. And he was like, no, I understand. But, you got to also understand that these young guys nowadays, they're impulsive. They go to their car and they just shoot.
I do think for next time it might be a good idea to talk about, because it was like on some John Q type shit. Like, how would people react if, like, it was their, like, partner, their spouse in a position like that, and they ain't got nothing to lose? So if they kill this person that caused this harm to their spouse, like, is that something that a person would be willing to do? I just want to say one thing just to close out. I think that while I disagree with that young lady man, I think that
Erin, again.
I do think that, like, we don't want to, like, discourage men from being able to talk and communicate and regulate their emotions. Because I'm sorry, like, compared to, like, our boomer parents, we live in a very different time. We are so overly stimulated. We are so stressed. We are so burnt out. We are so tired. And so it's sort of unfair to make the comparison of, like, even you versus your boomer dad, Like, it's just not a fair comparison. And I think that
Yeah, we're in tough times
I
right
think
now.
they lived in better. Well, so this is the
It's
thing.
a beautiful thing.
I believe, notwithstanding whatever y'all talking about when men were men, at the end of the day, it's important for men to be able to communicate with the people that they share their homes with, the people that they share offices with, their lives with. First of all, communication is about how it's accepted and how you have to communicate for the person who is taking it in. Because if you communicate one way and it's like saying, oh, I'm gonna talk to you in Spanish, but you only speak French. Why would I communicate to you in Spanish?
Shit, if you yelling at me in French and I only speak Spanish, I understand you cursing me out.
But how?
Through the body language, maybe you pointing in my face, maybe spit coming out your mouth, you yelling with your delivery. I think it's important to understand the communication on both genders.
What did I just say?
Yeah. I don't think, well, I do, did you say that?
I
I'm
said,
not
yeah.
sure. But the thing
what you're
is,
laughing at too?
in order to do that, a man's way of communication has to be accepted first and not manipulated. So if a man typically communicates through physical, I guess like facial body language, facial reactions, or just, responses even without words, maybe just walking away, that has to be understood. I don't think that men are as focused when it comes as focused on being learned as it is women. We have to learn a woman. We have to learn what makes her upset. We have to learn them. Like a man, we have to communicate our thoughts and our feelings, but we can't just walk away and say, like, this might be the best for me just to walk away, decompress, and calm down. But I have to explain it to you now before I walk away.
But the thing is that you're expecting that woman to be okay with you just walking away because you want her to already know what that means.
No, I'm not expecting. What I'm saying is that it has to be just like there's a focus of understanding how women communicate and how they approach and address situations. It has to be the other side of the coin as well. So maybe me walking away, you don't have to accept it, but you have to understand why it is that I'm walking
That's
away.
what I just said.
Well, I feel like accepting and understanding is a little bit different. That's the only difference.
You just said understand. I said you need. Didn't I just say that shit? Those actions are speaking to one thing. She may have some whole other shit right here that is unresolved, and you doing this does nothing for this. That's like somebody saying, "Man, it's cold outside," and then I come give them a bottle of lotion.
Yeah, but I got you your favorite lotion and your favorite food. So why are you complaining about this?
Thank you.
It's the effort. You're missing the whole effort key, the effort point of it.
Effort of what? Like, if it's something that I really don't give a shit about right now, I don't care about the effort of doing that.
You're agreeing with me. You're literally proving my point. That's fine. You don't have to, but I still did some shit. So acknowledge the shit that I did.
Oh, thanks for doing something I don't care about.
And there we have. That's why we
it.
can't communicate.
It hasn't. Well, see, that's the thing. When something doesn't change as far as your behavior, that means you have not understood what has been communicated.
Okay, so then why is it not changed in terms of the way you're communicating? So like,
He just said he understands it.
Well,
he
first
didn't.
of all,
He
maybe
didn't say
it's
that.
not the problem with communication, it's the problem with understanding. And
Thank
that's
you.
not on
Thank you.
women.
It's
it's
understanding.
it's on whomever, right?
Which
Well,
goes
we're
back to
talking
my
about
original
women
statement.
communicating.
I
through
said you
words.
have to communicate such that the person on the other end can understand it. So if the person on the other end don't give a damn about your actions and they care more about you communicating and talking to them and understanding, or them understanding you, that is what communication and understanding is about. Like it's like you're what you're saying is like, I'm just gonna put this out here and you gotta accept what it is.
No, wait, stop, Alan.
not
Wait,
what-
wait,
that's
Alan.
not
Can
what
I
he's
please
saying.
respond? Can I respond? Thank you. So, no, what we're actually saying is this. Well, what I was actually saying is this.
But I was talking to Alan.
That's cool. I'm just going to piggyback off what you said. What I'm saying is this. When we have a primary focus of understanding how one side communicates, but we're ignoring how the other side
Say
communicates.
that.
This is what I'm saying. Because if it's not being received because I communicate differently than you, that doesn't mean that it's not a bridge that we can't cross. That just means that the same way that I'm understanding you, I need you to understand me. So it has to be literally like an exchange of understanding of how each other communicates.
Did I say this?
No.
I definitely said this. I said this. That was the first thing I said. I said you have to be able to communicate in a way that the other person can actually accept it and digest it the way you're putting it out
What
there.
I'm saying is that what's being taught is not us the way that we communicate.
Taught who?
The society is teaching men to understand women. That's the priority right now in terms of
You
communicating.
wanna know why?
But what I'm
You wanna know why?
I don't care why.
You wanna know why?
What I'm telling you,
It's because women
wait,
have
wait,
been
I
made.
bet you won't.
Yeah.
I bet you won't.
I won't. I will.
I bet you won't.
I will. It's because
bet you
women
won't.
have to be on the other side.
I bet you won't. The primary focus when it comes to communication is one-sided. And because it is one-sided, yes, in a general perspective, you are right. But in a societal perspective, you are not, because it is not being accepted and or understood or pushed to the surface for women to understand that, listen, y'all might be more verbal in the way y'all communicate. Men, I might be more physical, right? Whether it be me walking away or me just looking at you crazy. I don't want to have to go back and forth with you, right? But now, if you learn to understand me, I already understand you. We have no choice at this point. God damn it.
That's the problem. You don't.
Okay. I digress.
Literally. How does your grandfather?
I digress.
How does your grandfather?
I digress.
Oh, well, you can digress the fuck on. But what
I
I'm
digress.
saying is that at
I
the end of the
digress.
day, it's not a man or a woman thing.
Okay.
It's literally the person that you are with. And this goes with any relationship.
Okay.
I have to understand how to talk to my mama in order for her to do something. Because I could text her. I could text my mama and be like, hey, do X, Y, and Z. Next day, ain't shit done. Second day, ain't shit done. Third day, ain't shit done. And mind you, this is important. And it's for her, right? But if I text my husband, X, Y, and Z, do this, it's done. Because he understands that if I'm telling you to do it, it's something that actually needs to be done. What? Like you have to communicate. Like for my mom, I have to call her at a certain time and say a certain thing and tell her how important it is. And if you don't do it now, then it's gonna fuck me up. And we can't do the deal. It's just all this other stuff. You have to know how to communicate to the person on the other end so that you can get them to understand and do whatever it is that you want them to do. I've said this like 75 times tonight. Whose detriment? Okay.
Well, Alan don't got a mic, and I think that should wrap up our show. I think it's been great. Thank you for liking, subscribing. We'll see you next time on another episode of No, I never got that stupid ass text message. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Keep on keeping on, and we'll see you next time at 8 at the table.
He did. Tad up.
I'm
Tad
tearing
up.
everything up. All right, so let me ask y'all this question. This is coming from the producer. I won't throw his name out there.
He's just gonna chop that part off at the front.
Right. Niggas gonna be like, Rico was a dumbass.
Exactly. Sips tea.
You got a point.
You make you look crazy.
Is that you guarding your gift?
What? Huh? Oh, it's a leg rest. What do you want me to sit like this? I tried it. Half the shit is not comfortable.
Look, this is like this.
Yo, y'all are.
Some shit is yours. This is yours, right? But everybody talking.
Oh yeah, you do this right here.
No, that see that yeah, that is different.
Bro, look. When you say my cheek, everything good? This nigga not moving an inch. Yo, what's up?
Yo, Alan, you're stalling. First of all, no, I'm not protecting my assets.
I don't know. I did look over there. I was like, this nigga.
No,
had his-
I actually peeped
Aaron-
it. I
Eric,
peeped it like 15 minutes
you got-
ago. I just forgot to say anything.
all right, guys, listen.
I was like, he had his feet all on the box. Like, he like.
It's mine now. He's like, shit, I might put this shit up there and stretch out. Like,